Hello everyone, Master Ken Blumreich here again with the 8th of our forms. This is Chonji and Yee Chang. This is the form required for promotion from brown stripe to brown belt. And this is the third video in a series of 3. The first video just worked on the footwork. The second taught us the broad movements. This video is intended to fine-tune, refine, and troubleshoot the form. I'm going to go through some common problems and some typical areas where people can sharpen this form up. This is intended to bring your form level up to about a level 8 on a 10-point scale. From my attention position, I'm going to step out into Chonji. I want to make certain that my feet are not too wide in my Chonji position because I have to step out further with the left foot into my straddle stance. If my Chonji position is here, depending on my level of flexibility, it's really hard to step out into a meaningful straddle stance if I'm already almost in one. So my first move, I step out. As I do that, my right hand pats down, my left hand pats down, my right hand cocks back, and then drives straight forward, head high, with my left hand augmenting underneath. Aya. Number 2, I'm going to draw back into my back stance, ridge hand strike with my left. Number 3, I'm going to step forward with a low section palm heel here. There's a couple things to watch for on this. Because most people have been working extensively on Chonji and Yee Chang right before learning this form, a lot of people will make this mistake. They'll shift rather than step, because that's what we do in Chonji and Yee Chang. The other mistake that people will tend to make, whether they shift or whether they step properly, they'll leave this hand here, because again, that's what was done in Chonji and Yee Chang. For this form though, we're going to step forward into a front stance, we're going to pull a reaction hand with our left hand, right to here. Next move, ridge hand strike, step forward, palm heel to the ground. Turn to the front of the room. Your chamber for this low section knife hand block is a regular chamber. You can have your hand open, but it is crossed in front of you. The mistake that a lot of people will make, they'll reach behind them for the chamber because they're used to doing low section double knife hand blocks, so this feels natural. Just X and snap it down. The other mistake that people will typically make, they'll want to be in a back stance here because so many of our forms, it's a knife hand something in a back stance as we begin to move up. But this one, front stance, open down block. Maintain position, pull both hands back towards your right ear, and then simultaneously snap the next technique into place. So it happens at the same time, and I want to make sure that my knife hand is far enough out that I'm not crunched in like this. All right, so that inward knife hand reaches. Guard comes up, front snap kick, land. This is all one move. Parry down, drive straight to the solar plexus with your spear hand. Don't go too high on this. Spear hand to the sternum, not a real viable technique. So perhaps they grab my wrist, or perhaps they're now coming in to kick me. The technique that I do is the same either way. I'm going to take my lead hand, snap it down. I want to travel past the line of my leg in case that was a kick that I was blocking. I'm going to do a roll on this punch. So from here, my right hand comes inward, downward, and it is a downward back fist strike. Guard comes up, rear leg roundhouse kick, rear leg roundhouse kick, land, chamber, double knife hand. Our stack for the open box block is just like it is for any other box block. So it's going to be on my right hip. My right hand is palm up on the bottom, left hand is palm down on top. I turn, I open up my hands as they're snapping into position. I step forward, push past the face as I punch underneath. Note the position here. I'm all the way over here punching. I'm not here. This hand has to be pushing past the face. Here. Repeat to the opposite side. Left hand to left hip, palm up. Right hand on top, palm down. Snap your hands open as you complete the box block. Step forward. Right hand pushes across the face, left hand punches underneath. Make sure you end up past the line of the face. All right, from here, we're turning to the rear of the room, open down block, and again, my chamber position is here or here, not here. This is a weird move because it is identical to the move at the top or at the beginning of the form. We're still in the same left foot forward front stance for both this move and this move. Normally forms are more symmetrical, and you would expect that we would be doing them on the opposite foot, but we're not. We're just going in the opposite direction. So it should feel the same. Open down block, Inward knife hand, make sure it's fully extended, and rising knife hand block. Guard comes up. Roundhouse kick, chamber, Kikidomaki. Don't hit yourself on the Kikidomaki. Have it pulled a little ways off your midsection. The throws are one of the tougher parts of the form. You've got to visualize your opponent. You're standing right there. I grab their lapel. I grab their sleeve. I am pulling them in as I step slightly across. I'm getting my elbow up into their armpit, keeping my wrist straight, step around, smoothly take them over, and then flow into the next move, aya, here. The side thrust kick, when you're in a deep front stance like this, can be a little bit tricky. If you've got good balance and good flexibility, you can just throw it from here. Most people, though, are going to need to draw back a little bit like that. So just make sure that you're looking at your target, draw back, kick, rechamber, set down. Another Kikidomaki, again, not striking the midsection. And now my next throw is Ippon Seiyanagi, one arm shoulder throw. I've blocked their grab, they're coming in like this. I've blocked there. I grab their sleeve, I step in, and I want to get my arm into position at the same time my foot steps into position. I continue pulling them to me as I step my other foot around, and then complete the throw there. From here, straighten up, stomping kick, pulpachaki with the right foot. Aya! As soon as I set that down, I snap my left leg side thrust kick towards the rear of the room. Set that down into my back stance, chamber, Kikidomaki. It's all Kikidomakis moving back, no double knife hands. From here, a rear leg side thrust kick to the rear of the room. And you've got to be careful on your rear leg side thrust kicks to make certain that they are actually chambered as side thrust kicks and that they don't blend into a roundhouse. Let me show you what I mean. Ideally for this kick, I want to come all the way to here before driving it out. What that looks like in the opposite direction, I want to come all the way to here before driving it out. If I don't get that full chamber and I start extending the kick before I'm in the chambered position, it ends up looking a lot more like a ball of the foot roundhouse kick. Watch out for that. We really want to get into position for this. So full chamber, side thrust, rechamber, set it down, draw back into that cat stance. Simultaneously punch underneath and parry, just like we did at the top. So after I've finished that kick, I want all of that to sync up at the same time. Then my left foot slides forward, I cock back again for that spear hand strike. Ay! Right to the throat, palm down. Right foot returns. Aro, left foot comes into attention. Chonyet and Kunye. Chonji and Yee Chang.